number 7. A medium unshaded lamp hangs 8 meters directly above the table. Ayun na yung first sentence, drawing na agad natin. There is a lamp, ito, and that is 8 meters directly above the table. To what distance should it be lowered to increase the illumination to 4.45 times its former value? So, ibababa daw natin yung lamp. And syempre, kapag ibinaba natin yung lamp, there will be a new value of distance. Let's say that this is distance number 2. And ano daw ang mangyayari? Di ba sa ating condition number 1, makakakuha tayo dito, so there is an illumination number 1, the original illumination. And sabi dyan, kapag daw ibinaba natin yung lamp at a certain distance, the new illumination will become 4.45 times of its former value. So the new illumination is the E number 2, and that is equal to 4.45 times nung anong illumination, the former value, and our original illumination is the illumination number 1. Okay? So, pwede pa din dito, pwede natin gamitin yung E2 is equal to 4.45 E1. Diba? And from the formula na E is equal to I over D square. Diba kapag directly below, ito na lang yung formula na gagamitin natin. Lagyan lang natin ng mga subscript na to. So, si E, gawin nating I over D square. So, if this is E sub 2, siya rin naman ay equal to I sub 2 over D2 square. And itong pangalawa, 4.45, so what will be the value of E1? That will be the I sub 1 over D1 raised to 2. So, substitute natin kung meron. So, I1 or I2 over yung unknown na D2 square is equal to 4.45 of I1 over yung D1 natin is 8 square. So, tatlo pa yung variables natin, I1 and I2. Pero kapag kinancel ko si I2 and si I1, tama pa rin yung problem natin. So, bakit natin kinancel? I1 is equal to I2 because same yung bulb. Diba? Kapag same yung bulb, hindi nagbabago yung intensity, letter I. So, ito yun. Pwede natin i-cancel yung dalawang I. If we are going to solve for distance number 2, i-cross multiply natin, 8 raised to 2 is equal to 4.45 D2 raised to 2. So, i-shift solve na lang natin or direct na natin sa calculator what is the value of D2. That is 8 square divided by 4.45 square root. The answer is 3.79. Pero si 3.79, hindi pa ito yung answer natin. Ang tanong kasi, to what distance should it be lowered? Gaano kalayo natin ibababa yung ilaw? So from the original point of the light na nandito, diba, this is the original point of the bulb, bumaba siya ng ganitong kalayo. So what is the value of that x? If we are going to solve for the value of x, that is the 8 minus yung na-solve natin dito na 3.79. So 8 minus 3.79. The answer is 4.21 meters. So ito yung answer natin. Next, problem number 8. At what distance from a wall will 40 candela lamp provide the same illumination as 80 candela lamp located 4 meters from the wall. So, madali pa din yan. We are comparing two lamps. So, let's say that this is the wall. And at what distance from a wall will 40 candela lamp? So, let's say that this is the 40 candela lamp. And ito naman yung 80 candela lamp. And the 80 candela lamp is 4 meters from the wall. So, bakit ko inassume na si 40 candela lamp ay mas malapit sa wall? Unang-una yung choices. The answer from the choices is less than 4. And ito yung hinahanap natin. The distance number 1. Sabihin na lang natin distance number 1. Diba? From the choices, mas maliit sila kay 4. And by common sense, by inspection, ang sabi kasi sa problem, mag-provide ng same illumination, diba, E sub 1 and illumination number 2, sinabi diyan na the illumination number 1 is equal to illumination number 2. Kapag yung mas mahinang ilaw ay mas nilayo pa natin, mas madilim na yung matatanggap ni E1. Diba? O kaya, kung mas malapit pa itong mas malakas na ilaw, mas maliwanag pa rin yung natatanggap ni E2. Diba? By inspection, kung gusto nating maging magkasing liwanag, yung point 1 and point 2, dapat yung mas mainang ilaw ay ilapit pa natin ng konti doon sa wall. So, from E is equal to I over D square pa din. Kasi diba straight line pa din. Kumbaga kung i-rotate natin yung figure, yung mga point natin ay directly below the lamps pa din. So, binanggit dito that kailangan magkaroon ng same illumination, kaya E1 is equal to E2. So, palitan natin yung E natin ng I. So, I1 over D1 raised to 2. And the E number 2 will become I2 over D2 raised to 2. So, palitan na natin. Yung condition number 1 natin is para kay 40 candela lamp. So, therefore, the intensity is 40 and the distance number 1 is the unknown. That must be equal to, yung intensity number 2 natin is 80 and the distance number 2 is given 4 and that is raised to 2. Let us solve for the D1. Pwede nyo nang isip solve yan and then pwede din naman direct sa calculator by manual method. So by cross multiplication, 40 times 4 square divided by 80, this is D1 square. The square root of the answer is 2 square root of 2 or 2.83. So letter B ang ating answer. Number 9. A lamp giving 200 candelas uniformly below the horizontal plane is suspended 3 meters above the horizontal plane. Calculate the illumination at a point on the plane sa ating condition number 1 directly below the lamp. So, meron tayong lamp na nagbibigay na merong intensity na 200 candelas. So, this is the lamp. Yung lamp na yan that is located 3 meters above a horizontal plane. So, ito. 3 meters above the horizontal plane. Kukunin lang natin yung illumination data E. Dahil ang hinahanap is directly below the lamp, ito lang yung figure natin. And ang formula natin kapag directly below is simply E is equal to I over D square. So solving for E, the I is 200, the distance is 3 raised to 2. So 200 over 9. The answer is 22.22. And ang unit natin for illumination is lumens per square meter. So, wag tayo magpapalito kasi dito, di ba ang unit ng I natin is candela and the unit for D square is meter square. So, dapat ang answer, di ba, is candela over meter square. Pero wag nyo nang gaanong isipin yun basta kapag ang variable na hinahanap is E, that is lumens per square meter, pero ang gagamitin natin na intensity must be in candela. So, di ba may mga ganong cases kasi. So, next, number 2. Calculate the illumination 3 meters away from the vertical axis. So, nandito pa din yung lamp, nandito yung vertical axis, pero yung point na kinoconsider natin is ito, 3 meters away from the vertical axis. So, this is the object, this is the source. And ganun pa rin, hindi nagbabago yung height na 3 meters. So, why not gamitin na lang natin yung derived formula for 2D. Diba? For 2D, the E is equal to IH over H square plus X square raised to 3 halves. So, ito ay palaging height and yung horizontal distance naman is the X. Direct substitution. The I is 200 candela. The height is 3 divided by 3 square plus 3 square raised to 3 over 2. So, tingnan natin. 200 times 3 divided by the quantity 3 square plus 3 square raised to 3 divided by 2. The answer is 7.86 lux. So, letter C. Next, number 10. If the lamp in the previous problem is placed in a 3 meter square room with a height of 3 meters, what is the illumination in the center of the room? So, ito naging 3D na ang space natin. Naging isang room na, di ba? Kaya kunin siguro natin to. Kunin natin siya. Para maging okay na yung figure natin. Pero dito, what is the illumination in the center of the room? So, iba yung pwesto ng ilaw natin and iba din yung pwesto ng object. So, ang kinukuhanan natin ng illumination is the center of the room. And ito yon, diba? Sa flooring, kunin natin yung center. So, nandyan, halimbawa yung object. Nandyan yung photometer. Yung nagsusukat ng illumination. And let us assume that the light is here. Nandito siya sa corner. So, this is the source. So, ano nga itsura ng right triangle? Ito, diba? The vertical line, yung height, nandito pa din si Z, and nandito pa din si distance, letter T. Si D, si H, and si Z. And di ba hindi naman nagbago yung right triangle natin? Kumbaga, ang nangyari lang sa right triangle natin ay naging, binaliktad lang natin. Nirotate lang natin yung right triangle natin. Kanina, the height of the right triangle ay nandito sa center, pero inikot lang natin siya napunta sa corner. Pero hindi nagbabago dyan yung distance, hindi rin nagbabago yung height and also the value of Z. So we can use the derived formula for 3D. The illumination is, sana kabisado lang natin, I times H over the quantity, yung H square, plus dapat yung X and Y na dimension of the room must be divided to 2. So, x square over 2 plus y over 2 square raised to 3 halves. So, tandaan natin ha, gagamitin lang natin itong derived formula na to kapag yung right triangle, kapag yung source at yung object natin ay nasa gitna at saka nasa corner. Basta isa sa kanila. Pwedeng yung source nasa corner, ito tulad dun sa problem, si source nasa corner, yung object nasa gitna. Pwede rin yung kanina, si source yung nasa gitna, yung ilaw natin yung nasa gitna ng kisame, and yung sinusukat natin na illumination ay nasa corner. So, ibang usapan na kapag parehas silang nasa corner. So, ibang usapan na yon. Pero, tinuro naman natin kung paano yun isolve, di ba? Kailangan nyo lang palabasin yung right triangle, and gagamitin natin yung original formula. So, since ito, available naman yung derived formula, sasagutan na natin. So, what is the room? The room is 3 meters square. So, 3 yung width, 3 din yung length, and also the height is 3. So, yung XYZ natin ay mayroong values na 3. So, the I is, nakalimutan ko. The value of I sa previous problem is 200. So, nakuha natin yung 200 from the previous problem. 200 si I. Yung H natin ay 3 divided by 3 square plus 3 over 2 square plus 3 over 2 square raised to 3 halves. Let us calculate. So 200 times 3 divided by the quantity 3 square plus 1.5, 3 over 2 square plus 1.5 square raised to 1.5. So raised to 1.5, yung 3 over 2. So the answer is 12.09 lakhs. 12.09 lakhs. The answer is letter A. Next, number 11. An intensity of 100 candle power. So this one, yung ating intensity, yung bulb natin ay mayroong intensity I na 100 candle power, and yung candle power that is also candela. That is directed at a point 10 feet distance from the source. So let's say that this is the point which is 10 feet from the source. Ayan. So if the receiving plane is tilted through 30 degrees from the perpendicular, so kung yung plane natin is ito, tilted, nakatilt yung receiving plane natin ng 30 degrees, what is the illumination upon the surface? Kailangan lang natin, palabasin natin si right triangle. And mapapalabas natin si right triangle if we project a perpendicular line from the source papunta sa receiving plane. Diba? This is the right triangle. And dito na i-consider natin na pinaka-vertical line ng right triangle natin. Therefore, this is the theta. So, ano na ang itsura? So, i-rotate lang natin yung right triangle. This is the theta. Ito ay 10. And ito yung light na 100 candela. So, ano kaya yung value ng theta na to? So, tingnan natin na. Diba, kapag ito, originally, yung vertical line natin na 10 feet, kapag pinroject natin dito, sa horizontal line, that is 90. At dahil aalisin natin si 30, diba, ito, yung part na to, si 30, may matitira dito na 60. And because this is 90, so 60 plus 90 is 150. So, malalaman natin that the theta, ayan ay still 30. So, ang shortcut dyan, kung ano yung angle of tilting ng plane, ganun din yung angle na ma-create natin dito. So, 30 degrees. And what is this 10? Di ba kapag nirotate natin yung right triangle, nandito pa din yung object. So, therefore, yung 10 na will be the direct distance from the object to the source. So, kapag ganyan, yung illumination natin is I over d square cosine theta. Yung I natin is 100. The distance is 10 raised to 2. So, cosine of 30. So, our answer is simply the cosine of 30 kasi 100 over 100 yung quantity natin. So, cosine 30 is 0.866. So, foot candle naman. Foot candle naman yung unit because the distance is in feet. Okay? So, i-troubleshoot na lang natin si letter A. Gawin natin siyang 0.866 foot candle. Number 12. An incandescent lamp having a luminous flux of 3,000 lumens is enclosed in a 0.3 meter diameter diffusing sphere. Siguro, sulat na natin yung mga given. So, number 12, the given are the luminous flux, which is 3,000 lumens, enclosed in a 0.3 meter diameter. Sabihin natin that the given diameter is 0.3 meters. Diffusing sphere and having an absorption factor. Merong absorption factor na equal to 0.15 or the 15%. Calculate the illumination of the sphere. So, given flux, tinatanong si E. So, balik tayo sa unang formula ng illumination natin na flux over area. And for sphere, di ba? The area is equal to 4 pi r squared. So, substitute natin. E is equal to the flux, 3,000 lumens. Our area will be 4 pi. Ang radius ay kalahati ng diameter. Kaya yung 0.3 must be divided into 2. So, our illumination will be in lux. Diba? Lumens per square meter. So, 3,000 divided by 4 pi times r square. 0.3 over 2 square. 10,610. Siguro ganyan na lang. 10,610 flux. And si 10,610 lux ay wala pa sa choices because there is an absorption. Kailan nangyayari yung absorption? Kapag mayroong mga sagabal sa loob ng room. For example, inilawan natin yung room. Kapag bakante yung room tapos kinulayan pa natin ng pinturang white, so sobrang liwanag doon. Pero mapapansin niyo kapag yung room ay nilagyan na ng kama, nilagyan na ng cabinet, ng malaking aparador, medyo dumidilim na. Because yung mga material nun, ng kama and ng cabinet, ay nag-a-absorb ng light. So, due to absorption, yung light natin, the illumination will be the 10,610, i-multiply natin yung 1 minus 0.15. So, bakit tayo nag-minus? Di ba meron tayong isang buo? Diba ito yung kabuuan ng illumination, ibabawas natin yung loss of light, which is yung 15% na na-absorb. So, therefore, our answer will be 10,610 times the quantity 1 minus 0.15. So, 9,018.78. So, 9,018.78. So, approximately, that is equal to 9,020 blocks. Letter B. I-troubleshoot na lang si B. Gawin natin siyang 9,000.